You're listening to a Bay of Islands Radio original podcast.
Incoming transmission.
Beam aboard for another episode of Sunday Night Geek, live from the Bay of Islands radio studio in Warnerville, Newfoundland. Find us online at boir.ca and by subspace transmission 100.1 FM or on Rogers Channel 9. Join our hosts, Angel Sky Cosplay, Sean the Tech Ninja, and the Big Dirty Nerd as they travel through time and space, review all the nerd news this week, talk about things nobody ever talks about, and answers questions no one asks. We're all done, Toby. We're done. That was the intro music, Toby. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Sunday Night Geek. I am the Big Dirty Nerd, and the big dog on the earphones was Toby the Wonder Pup.
He was listening to the intro.
He was listening to the intro on the cans, as we call them in radio parlance.
Is that what it is?
That's what it's called, yeah, the cans.
I gotta set like these at home except for I put a Nokia mic on.
Yeah, I got to set
He
like
was
this
a little
too.
confused. He was like, what?
Yeah, you didn't know what was going on. Hello, Angel Sky.
Hello.
Hello, Sean.
Hello.
We're back. We took a little break last week because I went away.
You did go away.
I went away.
And then you came back.
And then I came back the very next day. The cat came back.
And
Oh,
then-
it was like 3 days later. But
Yeah, but you came back.
Yeah.
And then watched a movie.
and we did. So we got like 2 weeks of stuff to talk about.
It's good. And there's been.
Where do we want to start?
Let's start with the movie.
Movie.
Let's start with Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Loved it.
It was
Yeah.
good.
I loved. Oh, what did he just
Sees
see?
people walking.
People
He sees
walking.
people walking. I have to say I really enjoyed it. I mean, Shang-Chi was never, like, I went into this movie practically blind. He was never a big read for me in the comics medium.
I read them a bit.
Yeah. Toby,
I
no.
have like a
No,
couple of like
sit.
old ones in my collection, in my more coverless, tattered, but still readable condition.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of the Michael Golden issues.
Okay.
So, which is cool.
Yeah.
Although coverless so worthless, but still it's decent read. I can't remember what it is. I haven't read it in years.
Yeah. Interesting movie. They did it once again. They took a B-level character and made him A, because that's what they did with Iron Man. When Iron Man came
There's,
out back in the day, Iron Man was a B character, and they made
There's
him into
been
an A
some
character.
theories around what the rings,
Yep.
about what the rings actually are.
Right, because
in the MCU.
spoiler, at the end of the movie, we see the mid-credit scene where they're trying to determine what they're made out of.
Yeah.
What are the rumors?
The rumors are they're not the rings like they have like
in the comics.
because the rings in the comics are actual rings.
Actual power rings,
Yes.
almost kind of like Green Lantern's rings.
Yeah. They're more like the bracers. Some of
Yeah.
the bracers that are in the MCU. What was it again? I don't remember.
What's that?
What bracers they compared them to.
Nova's the what's his name?
Oh, the power gauntlets, the
Yeah.
quantum bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go. Yeah.
okay.
Because they look a lot similar to them too, apparently.
Right.
And if that's the case, then it's more like Eternal, not Eternals, but what are they, like Star-Lord's dad. Celestials.
Yeah.
They're thinking about maybe it's like a
Interesting.
celestial thing.
That could very well be, because I mean, this next phase of the MCU is kind of leaning in that direction
Yeah.
towards the cosmic stuff. It could be.
Because it could have to do with Galactus and stuff too.
Galactus.
Yeah. They're talking about Galactus, like Silver
Yeah,
Surfer type
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. that could
Because the rings are supposed to be like some kind of maybe protector of like planets
Yep.
kind of thing.
be. Yep. I could see that. Okay.
And so, how do you make a celestial? They kind of apparently form out of planets.
Yes. That's right. Yeah, that's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Galactus comes and eats them.
Yep.
So maybe Earth has a celestial in it.
Could be. Could very well be. So I mean, that's kind of interesting, because if they're the quantum bands, we've already seen the Nova Core.
Yeah.
The quantum bands are related to Quasar.
Yeah.
Wendell. Oh God, I can't remember his last name. Anyway, and all these characters are all these characters are connected.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with words tonight. Connected. So it'd be interesting to see. And we've already seen Richard Rider in the MCU. He was played by. He was in the Thor movie, the second Thor movie, The Dark World.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what they theorize, that maybe it has to do with that kind of stuff.
Interesting. The movie definitely had a more cosmic feel to it than what we've seen up to this point, with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy.
And they also said about the people that were in when they went and found them.
Yep.
The people that were there.
Yep.
Can't remember their name.
I can't remember their name either.
Anyway, in the village.
It's supposed to Kowloon.
Apparently, they might be from a different realm, a different dimension.
Well, that makes perfect sense now
Because
that
she
we have the multiverse.
Well, she kept talking to him about saying, in your dimension.
Yeah.
In your universe.
In your universe.
Okay,
Specifically.
so there we go. So, I mean, we've already cracked the multiverse, so possible? Sure, why not? Yeah, that makes
And didn't
that makes
those
perfect
creatures
sense.
that were coming out and eating souls and stuff,
Yep.
didn't they look like a lot like the creatures that the Eternals fight?
I don't know, because I haven't seen what the Eternals fight.
They're in the trailer. There was a couple little.
I must not have been paying attention.
Oh, there was a couple little scenes of them.
Could be. We'll definitely find out in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, so they look a lot like that. And if you've been watching What If,
Yeah.
the creature sucking the souls and getting more powerful is exactly what Doctor Strange
What
did.
Doctor Strange was doing.
The evil Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
I should say, in
Yeah.
one of the What Ifs.
Yeah. The second last What
Yeah.
If, yeah. Which was really, really good.
Which was about Doctor Strange and about him losing his heart instead of his hands.
Yes. And his heart was his girlfriend. Yeah.
She was a fixed point in time.
That's right.
No matter what he did, he couldn't save her.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Back to Shang-Chi before we go on too far with this. So, what do you guys think of it as a
whole?
as an insertion into the MCU?
I gave it a good.
As a film,
I gave it a good 8.
8? Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Solid.
I put it right up there. Yeah.
Maybe a 7.5 to an 8. It was a little boring in parts. And some of the bigger bads, I'm like, they weren't like bigger bads after all.
Well, like even
Razor Fist.
Razor Fist should have been a lot more.
Yeah.
I liked him, but I'm talking about the one that trained him, with the mask.
Yeah.
And he just nothing came of it.
Yeah.
Death Dealer?
Is that who that was?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing came of it.
Nothing came of it. Kind of looked like Taskmaster, like the colors on his costume and stuff. Kind of looked like Taskmaster.
And then they just he just died.
He's just dead. He's just gone. And even the character that was supposed to be the Mandarin but wasn't the Mandarin, he even makes a reference to it. Like, how do you be intimidated by an orange? You know, he makes a good point.
Tells Morris. No, mate, you should too.
And they went back and they were like his father was actually the Mandarin.
Yes.
Yeah. Shang-Chi.
But not really, because he actually said he is. Yes, but he actually says like who
the leader of the 10 Rings.
He's leader of the 10 Rings.
Yes.
Yeah, which we all know is the actual Mandarin character.
Yes.
But they kind of downplay that a little bit because, of course, Mandarin is a very racist kind of reference. So
He's lived for like thousands of years.
Yeah.
He's
been around a long
He's
time.
been around a long time. But the rings are older than him.
Yeah. He found them.
He found them.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
And they didn't. And apparently one of the theories about it being like he's the protector, he's part of that whole thing now, is because his father had them, and they were like a blue color, bluish purple.
Yes.
And then when he put them on, they were more orange.
They were more orangey yellow.
Because
yeah.
He was balanced. It was the two sides, his mother and his father.
Yeah, that could very well be. I think you might be onto something there. Yeah.
There's a lot of yin and yang in this, as you would see in a lot of
the duality of good and evil. Yeah, absolutely. Solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. Yeah,
I liken it like it was a bit Rush Hour. Aquafina is kind of Chris Tucker in a way.
Yeah,
I didn't mind that.
I thought she was great.
I thought she was funny.
I thought
liked
she was
her
so
in,
funny.
Crazy Rich Asians as well.
Okay, this is the first time I've actually seen anything with her in it. Yeah.
Crazy Rich
she
Asians
was
is
in
good
Crazy
to see
Rich
as well.
Asians.
Yeah. It's well worth a watch.
Okay.
It's hilariously
Okay.
good.
Yeah, so definitely go see this movie, whether you see it on
It's a
streaming
good,
service or in theater.
And then
Sonic
of course, the
Theater,
bonus scene everybody's talking about too, because not only did they reveal that there's like a beacon in the rings that activated when he put them on, but Bruce Banner is no longer the Hulk.
Right.
He's like Bruce Banner.
He's Bruce Banner again.
With his arm laid up.
With his arm laid up.
Still his arm's laid up.
Yeah.
But still, he's not like a combination.
He's not
Hulk.
smart. He's not Smart Hulk.
Yeah, he's not Hulk Banner anymore.
Yeah.
He's just Banner.
He's just Banner.
So what happened
Interesting.
They might be bringing in the newer Hulk that we have now. In comics, he's Korean.
Oh,
Well, it could be along the lines he tried to fix himself. right? And
And
then
he
kind
actually
of
did.
That too.
Yeah.
tried to fix his arm or fix himself with
yeah.
gamma
Fine.
radiation, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
We could find out. You seen both What Ifs?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to ask for.
Oh,
legal
of
reasons.
course we did. Yeah, of course I did. So, okay, so let's move on to the what ifs then. So let's go
So,
all
yeah,
the way back to Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
That was definitely a twist.
Yeah.
That was a twist. Like you said earlier, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Instead of his
And
hands.
he goes nuts.
Yeah,
It's like that's,
he cracks.
It's the saying. You keep doing the same thing,
Yep.
expecting a
Different result.
That's insanity.
That's the definition of insanity, yeah. Yep, and that's exactly what he did. He kept going back in time trying to fix that one
trying
point.
to fix that one point, which
So-
is not a point he could fix.
No. Even when he did nothing, she still had like a heart attack.
Yeah. She had a heart attack. Her apartment complex blew up,
Yeah.
and she died in a fire.
Yeah, like
Dropped
it was.
on her or something at one point.
I think there was something dropped on her.
Yeah.
Like it was just crazy. Like,
Like she even got a little Wile E. Coyote. Like,
yeah,
Well, it's because without her dying, he wouldn't went
Yeah.
to go find the mystic arts.
yeah. He would not have traveled to Kamatage.
Their history
Right.
affects his history, so that's what fixed when
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
ends up being.
Yeah.
Your history.
Which means you can't
Yeah.
change it. Unless, I suppose they could have went and broke all his hands again.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But in this universe, she still would have died, even if they did that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he broke out his hands and went back to the original way, like in our multiverse, wouldn't that would have fixed it?
I don't know. I kind of got the impression that no matter what he did or what happened to him or anywhere else, she was destined to die at
I don't know. It
at
just
that
seemed
point
weird.
in time.
But he
Just
went
seemed odd that way.
full Cthulhu after a while, like his whole like elder gods look there, like when he's like
When he drains all the energy out of
everybody's,
the.
and
Yeah.
he's just got this little bit of reality left, really, that he's
Yeah.
changed to save her before she starts going away to nothing.
I like that the fact the first demon that he tried to or took the power from was a little garden gnome. That's what
no,
it
well,
was.
it wasn't the first one.
Well, he tried it first with that big
Tentacle.
octopi
Yeah.
thing.
The same one that Dr. Carter,
That
Agent
Agent
Carter,
Carter.
fought.
Yeah.
Well, not the same one.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Nothing saying no about that.
Nothing to say no about that, but I was like, oh, that looks like the same tentacles that took Captain Carter. Interesting. Time for doggy treats.
I liked it though. It was a decent little what if.
Well, and it also showed what I liked about probably the most about it is that it showed that Uatu will interact with the universe.
I think what they pointed out is he got powerful enough that he became close to a watcher.
Yeah?
The power level came close enough to a watcher that he knew that he was there.
He wasn't the biggest bad, but he was a god at that point.
He was a god at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, he destroyed that entire universe.
He did.
Yeah. It all broke down. The reality broke down around him and stuff.
Well,
and
it makes like a very big problem, like when
Oh
you
my God,
try
yeah.
to fix something that, because if he doesn't, because that was a whole like paradox kind of thing, because
Yeah.
it's like if you make it so that she doesn't die, then you don't go become a sorcerer supreme, which means you don't get the power to break the universe. It's like it's just a big old time like thing.
it's a paradox.
Yeah, it's a big old paradox.
Big old paradox. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a really, really good episode. These what if episodes are really something else to watch, eh? And I bet you the actors must be having such a blast playing these.
Although I
these
did like
parts.
the last one.
Oh, the Marvel zombies.
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 But they're not zombies.
No,
It's a quantum virus.
it's a quantum virus.
Yeah, but it's not actually zombies.
Yeah, because in the original storyline for the Marvel Universe zombies, or the Marvel zombies, the zombie virus is carried to an Earth, to one of the dimensions, by a zombified character known as the Sentry.
yeah.
And the Sentry was Marvel's answer to Superman,
Okay.
right?
A version of them.
A version of them. And that's where the Marvel zombies craze started. But, I mean, they really did a good job with this, fitting it into the MCU, making Janet Van Dyne having the quantum virus from the Quantumverse, and Hank Pym brought it back. Oh, no, Hope gets
Hope.
bit.
No.
Sorry. Hank Pym comes back.
Hank
from
Pym
the quantum
comes back,
universe.
bites Ant-Man,
Ant-Man, Point Scott.
bites Scott,
Which I thought this was so
but
priceless.
Scott.
Yeah.
But then it started being the normal people, and then of course the Avengers go in
Yeah.
to like help. And then Hank bites Captain America
on the neck.
Yeah.
As a tiny little dude.
Yeah.
And that's when all hell
And then,
breaks
well,
loose.
then you get, superpower zombies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Who maintain their skills and abilities and powers and stuff.
Well, that's the thing with these particular zombies is they're not really zombies.
No.
They're like an infected, I don't know, affected
Wraith.
kind of. They're more like World War Z zombies.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
They're not like Walking Dead zombies. They're
No.
more like World War Z zombies,
Yeah.
where they
they still got part of their
running and jumping and
Yeah.
fighting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even when we see Tony Stark as a zombie, like he still knows how to use his armor,
Oh yeah.
right? So that was pretty interesting.
Wong and Strange both could use magic.
Could still both use magic.
But
yeah.
in this universe, Thor's still out there.
Thor's still out there. We never saw Thor, did we?
No, because it starts with Banner coming back to Earth by Thanos.
Yeah.
Which didn't make sense to me. Okay, so I said this to him the other day, is that, okay, so Thanos, we're skipping to the end now, but
Yeah.
at the end, they're like, let's go to Wakanda. Wakanda is the last known hope, blah, blah, blah. And as they go there, they find out that Thanos is there
Yes.
with his army.
Yes.
But Thanos wouldn't be there with his army.
Things are different in this universe. Don't forget.
But Thanos went looking for the Mind Stone there. He has the rest of the
he has the rest of the stones.
Right? But he went there looking for the Mind Stone that Vision had.
Right.
Is the reason he went to Wakanda to begin with.
Yes.
Because they were at Wakanda trying to get it out of Vision's head.
Yes.
So why would Thanos be there?
Because he still knows. Because Scott and Spider-Man, they still have the Mind Stone.
They do, but they're on their way to Wakanda with it.
And he's waiting for them.
But he's already there at Wakanda.
My theory, my answer to that, or my
Okay.
theory on that, is he's already got the remaining stones.
Right.
So he can see the future.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
How?
Through the Time Stone
Maybe.
and Space Stone.
Yeah,
He's got control over time and space. That's my answer. I don't know what the real
That
answer
is
is.
true.
I
And he
guess.
has perceptory abilities
Yep.
towards both.
But zombified Thanos was kind of creepy.
It was,
Yeah.
but it just didn't make sense. It's like he should have went to the facility that Vision was at.
He should have, yes. You're absolutely... I will agree with you there. Like, if they were going to bring Thanos in, like, if he was home in on the Mind Stone, that's where he should have shown up. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
At the facility
Yeah.
that they were at.
Camp Lehigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I thought was neat. And Scarlet Witch scared the poop out of me.
She was pretty scary.
Holy crap.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Oh, my God. Like,
Because she would be the scariest of all of them.
and did you notice, like, her powers were completely unlocked?
Yeah.
Just like in WandaVision, like,
Yeah.
she could do whatever she wanted?
Yeah.
So why was that, I wonder?
Because she has no, like,
No
Nothing
humanity left?
mentally
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowling her back, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But she looked scary.
She
Raw
was.
power.
She looked so
yeah,
scary.
because she is one of the most powerful, like, mutants, as it were,
Yeah,
out there.
mutants, as it were, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we're
Not
not
a
allowed
mutant.
we're not allowed to use the
No,
M word in the
no,
MCU.
No, there are mutants. They are not. Only child that apparently Magneto has, Lorna Dane. They're apparently passed off as mutants because the High Evolutionary was not pleased
In
with his
our
results.
universe,
Yeah.
they're not called mutants.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
In our universe,
yeah. In our universe, yeah,
they're not called
Yeah.
mutants.
In the MCU.
But they're mutants.
yeah, they're mutants. Yeah,
That's what she is.
according to the comics history, they're mutants.
That's what she is.
Yeah.
She is a mutant anyway. No matter what they do, is they genetically altered her, so she's a mutant now.
So yeah, exactly, right.
Doesn't matter.
we're
Hereditary
not
magic
we're not
ability.
allowed to use the
Doesn't
M word
matter.
in the MCU.
Doesn't matter.
Not
She's a
yet,
mutant.
anyway. Not yet, anyway. We're getting there though.
Yeah, the good trailer for that's coming end of October.
So what's the next What If supposed to be?
I don't know.
They haven't said
Don't remember.
too many of them.
No.
I think we're going to get a little taste quencher of a little funner one, I think, this time.
I hope so because the last couple have been really,
Last
really
two.
dark.
Last two.
Have been really, really. Although I got to tell you, Scott Lang's head in the jar.
And
the
then
dad jokes. He even says,
Yeah, the dad jokes and stuff.
And then he used the cape
He
to
used
get
the cape of
away, and
levitation?
he said, "Wingardium Leviosa."
When Guardian Leviosa,
When he,
I was
like,
like,
flew
oh
away.
my
I was
god,
like,
that was
man.
hilarious. Oh, Paul Rudd, you immortal
And did you notice?
comedian
Did
bastard.
you notice that Peter never wore his cowl the entire
his
time?
mask? Yeah, yeah, I noticed
No,
that.
there was no need for it.
Oh, no need for it. Everybody was dead.
Everybody who knew
everybody
who it was.
who knew who he was is gone.
Yeah.
He wasn't capable of calling in orbital strikes at this point, was he?
Nope.
No,
That's
Tony was still alive.
yeah, Tony was still
Yeah.
alive. Yeah, he still hadn't taken over Stark Industries.
Nope.
He has it in Spider-Man 3, though.
Oh, yes.
Somebody said that. They put up memes like, hello, Peter's like, was it calls in orbital strike? Orbital what?
Yeah.
Well,
we've already seen him do that in No Way Home.
yeah.
Or, no, not No Way Home. Far From Home.
He could use Hulkbuster armor, technically.
He can, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
And that was kind of neat, too, with Bruce Banner being impervious to the bites of the zombies.
Now.
Which kind of made sense.
Now. I think maybe they laid precedent for a couple things these last couple episodes.
Okay.
Somebody wants to get stronger, and we've seen Agatha try to do it as well. You absorb their power.
Yep.
We've seen it with Agatha. We've seen it with Alternate Strange.
Yep.
There's a very powerful, hot-headed, going around version of Scarlet Witch right now.
Yep.
In the multiverse.
Yep.
That's probably still funding him because he's just going because he can't get infected right now. I wonder if that happens in Multiverse of Madness. And we also see that Strange.
Oh, wow.
Because,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the What If series is part of the MCU.
I think the next one's supposed to be Killmonger.
Oh, Killmonger and Tony, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. That sounds like Lord of War or something like that.
Kind of like
Nicolas
that,
Cage
yeah.
film.
Yeah. But back to your theory there, I think you might be onto something because, I mean, Multiverse of Madness is really going to explore all these different angles, and what a better place to start than the What If series.
Strange from What If, I think, is kind of like a tentacle thing where it's a being and a realm because there's nothing else except for that being.
Yeah.
So he may be a powered one of them, maybe trying to access or trying to get free or whatever becomes part of it.
Yeah, that could
And
very well
as
be.
Same thing, Feral Wanda.
Yep.
There was a commercial. Someone was saying, did you hear about this thing?
It's
No,
like
okay.
Captain
There was a
Carter.
commercial out there where it was like a car commercial, and there's a bunch of them fighting at Wakanda, like evil Doctor Strange and like a bunch of other people like fighting together.
I have not seen or heard of this.
Oh,
So,
apparently.
so are we saying this could be like a multiverse Avengers?
yeah,
Multiverse Dark Avengers even.
yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
Hey, you have Scott with the
With the cape.
Yeah, and maybe he starts learning magic. Because he
Cool.
wanted to learn magic, remember?
Yeah.
He was learning magic, but he ends up learning magic.
Yeah,
So maybe he has a magic body.
possibly.
That'd be
I
cool.
don't see why not. What's going on? What are you?
I was looking to see the password.
It's behind that sheet there.
This one?
The one that says Janine up here in the top. No, up there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's behind that.
Yeah.
That's not the password. Can I turn the page over?
Okay.
Yeah. Go get it if you want it.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's too far.
That's too far. Sean should turn around and get it for you.
Give me a second.
He's just got to stand up.
It's okay.
He doesn't even need to stand up. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay, he needs to come up. Oops, there you go. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah, so there could be a lot going on with this whole multiverse thing. So I'm really interested to see how it's going to all play out. What's next on the docket? Is it Eternals?
I believe.
I think it
although
is.
They did step up Venom.
Step it up or step it back? I thought they
Step
stepped
it
back.
up.
Didn't they move
First.
it to what?
1st of October, apparently. They're saying.
Oh, I thought it was like the 15th.
No, apparently it's getting moved up to the 1st.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Maybe that leak ended up stepping it up.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
So that's another one I'm looking forward to is the Venom movie.
End of October is when you get the Spider-Man Far From Home next trailer.
Next trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because the movie itself doesn't come out till December. And
Yeah.
the new Matrix movie comes out in December.
Yeah, which I can't wait to see.
That's gonna be really, really
Eternals
good.
is, I believe, October, though.
Is it October?
I believe so,
Okay.
because Christmas is for Spider-Man. Like going
Right.
into Christmas season, like Black Friday, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're going to be pushing as well. Like Hawkeye's coming out
Hawkeye's
soon.
coming out soon.
And, God, there's another one, too. I can't remember. Doom Patrol's going to be this month, too, coming out 22nd.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been watching Titans as well.
Okay.
Very good.
I have not seen an episode yet.
Me and Angela watch one, and they come out on Fridays.
Yeah.
We
How many are in so far?
4 or 5?
4 or 5. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jason Todd is pretty good in this. You get a lot more fleshed out, a lot of characters.
Okay.
Yeah, Connor too. Connor and girls. Connor.
Oh,
Superboy?
Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's growing up, right? He's like a toddler.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of did that little dance. I'm like, what? I don't get it. What? He dances with girls? He dances with girls, quote unquote.
Oh, it's for who? But it's somebody we've seen before. But yeah, we.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, we've seen a John Cena comedy, Vacation Friends.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty funny.
It's
Was
funny.
it?
It's a raunchy comedy, but it's like a good raunchy comedy.
Okay.
And they meet this like really
They're
effed
like
up
drinking.
couple.
They're drinking like margaritas. They give him margaritas
Rimmed
in these
ones.
things, and they're rim ones, and he's like taking a sip, and he's like, "This salt doesn't taste very salty." And they're like, "No, that's because it's cocaine."
Oh wow!
And they're like,
We're on
"What?"
vacation.
Well, we're on the vacation. It's like vacation cocaine. It
Oh
doesn't
my
really count.
God!
I'm like,
Doesn't
man.
count. Yeah, right.
Apparently, they're in Mexico.
Yep.
They smuggled the drugs into Mexico.
Why?
That is what he said too, but apparently he said it's easier to do it in a shampoo bottle because it's not more comfortable than the
Up
butt.
your bum.
Up the prison wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up your bum.
And John Cena's character can predict when a bird's going to poop.
Yep.
It's great. It's a running
Interesting.
gag in the movie. Yeah, if
Interesting.
you've seen it on something, I think it's on Hulu in the States. I don't know what it is here. Probably Crave or something, but
Probably. Vacation Friends?
Vacation
Okay,
Friends
okay.
is really good, and the couple that meets John Cena and his missus are getting engaged to get married.
Okay.
It's really good.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, it is. It's a fun time. You and the missus would love it.
Okay. We watched one last night actually called Kate.
Oh yeah,
We were
we haven't
talking
watched
on
that one
Netflix.
yet.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the missus that played Huntress in Bird of Prey, I believe.
Is that who that is? Okay, she looked really, really familiar, but I couldn't tell.
Okay,
Definitely an interesting movie. It kind of reminded me of what was that Jason Statham movie a couple of years ago where he had to keep jumpstarting his heart.
Crank.
Crank.
There's Crank and Crank High Voltage. I love those,
So it was kind of like that. Like she was, without getting too spoiled, she was dying, and she had to keep
adrenaline.
keep
pumping.
herself alive until she got her revenge on who betrayed her, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, we turned it on. I was like, let's put it on because there's nothing really else to watch. And I gotta say, I was impressed.
Yeah, I don't think there's much coming out.
There was one. There was one on Netflix a while ago that it was the same way. It was called The Old Guard. I think it was called.
Yeah. We want to start. I want to watch that too. I
That's
haven't seen
actually
it yet.
really good.
It's really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Is
That's got Kate Beckinsale or something in it,
Does.
doesn't it? Yeah. Kate
Joel.
Beckinsale.
No.
Jolt. Watch that.
Yeah, we watched that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting, definitely an interesting twist.
K Beckinsale, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it was. It was pretty cool. I like that one too.
What is it? We watch a few things now.
Stargirl.
Stargirl, we've been watching that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
love
we
that
could.
series. My
No,
God, it's just getting better and better.
Charlene.
Charlize Theron.
Oh, Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they're bounty hunters or whatever.
Yeah.
Mercenaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Stargirl, man, oh
Yeah.
man, like this series just continue like, every week, and I'm so afraid because every week this series just pumps out excellent storytelling, and I'm so afraid it's going to shit the bed like the Flash did.
No, they're
I know.
investing this more because this one, like, it is CW, but it's like it's an HBO Max CW series. It's not a.
Yeah, but
It's supposed.
I
to
don't,
be
I
more
don't,
like
I don't,
Titans.
I don't trust studio executives.
Well, Jeff Johns is apparently.
Yeah, that's
EP,
true.
So
Yeah, he is involved.
and these are like series, JSA and like her that character and some of the Starman stuff is
Yeah.
like his bread and butter besides Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So like
So as long as basically what you're saying, as long as Jeff Johns stays involved, we're okay.
they're blending like Infinity Incorporated with the JSA and like them surviving as the JSA
Yeah.
and the Stars and Stripes stuff, and it's great. And they're not having to rely on other stuff and like just have their own little old school universe.
Yep. And that's how it feels. It's like the old school DC stuff.
So I wonder whether Sonny's going to end up having for his gimmick then. They're going to be helping him out with something now and
Yeah.
trying to help him out. It's like, no, we've been holding you back long enough. Let's help you kind of thing. Because he couldn't handle, the little...
He couldn't handle the Thunderbolt.
No. Thunderbolt.
I got a feeling he's going to be like his dad, like a tinkerer.
yeah. I think it's a power arm or something, but a smaller one.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe he'll be the driver of Stripe,
That's the
right?
thing,
Because
too.
we haven't seen a whole lot of Stripe in the last
No.
6 or 7 episodes.
No. And that was like a few episodes it was used in previous season.
Yeah,
Like they
that was
actually
it.
had whipped it out a few times.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're in for a lot more. Yeah. this season's only just started too. Like we're only like a little over a month in.
That's it. That's four episodes. 5 episodes.
It's great. We have Prime, so and the PC, the HD PC in the living room has Windows 10, so we have like the Amazon Prime Video app. On there, and I can just watch them now. Yeah, it's 6 episodes are going to be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, what else have we been watching? Supergirl. We've been watching that.
I have not seen an episode of Supergirl in 2 years.
It's ending
all
out
right.
okay. It's they're sunsetting it now, right? Like this is the last stretch. Legends has been decent.
Been catching up on Legends. Yeah.
You been having a drink while you're watching it?
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Again, man, like I'm watching it, but I'm just not that into it.
It's weird.
It's definitely weird. I saw the episode where Rory gives birth to the babies through his nose. That was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. But
So if you ever start growing hair, Jeff, we knows what happens.
You knows what happened. I've been impregnated by Nukranam or whatever they're called.
He'll have his ears all nice and moved up.
Yeah. But this whole John Constantine thing and Zeri, I'm not buying that.
I think they're gonna can it after the season.
I hope so.
I don't think they're gonna be having John as a thing after the season. Have you finished the season?
No. Well, the finale's tonight.
Yeah.
So
you saw last episode though.
No, I'm now officially 3 episodes. Okay. After tonight, I'm 3 episodes behind.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, and I don't mean it in a bad way or anything like that. I don't think they're going to have the actor
I don't think it's going to be,
Okay.
So, yeah, I think they're going to just try to keep going because they usually, you notice they're swapping out actors here and there as they go because it's probably a budgetary thing. And it's like, okay, once he's it's more smooth sailing, and they can just go on to being like a more cohesive, weird.
That just makes sense. Like I'm actually okay with them changing it. Like that doesn't bother me at all.
Well, it's a show. It's a rotating cast.
It's a rotating cast, but I mean, like I really felt John Constantine fit in last season, but not so much this season.
I think as well they're going to try to use the property, the IP, John Constantine, and other stuff.
Makes sense.
And probably not Matt. Keanu again.
Well, possibly.
They try not to do it unless they're specifically doing it for a certain reason. Have more than one version of character, like Crisis had 3 Supermen. There was a reason behind that, right? Like, that's why Batman's not in the Batman suit usually. You do see Bruce Wayne a fair bit in Titans. But no Batman. But he is supposed to be still Batman. He's not retired or anything. But he just isn't suited up.
Right.
I like the character. What's his name? Plays him from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a fantastic actor. Yeah.
His action is.
I wish I remember his name.
He sounds like a dad though when he talks.
Yeah.
And I think that hits it to the point because he quotes them as his boys, his sons.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's the way Bruce feels about the Robins anyway. Is they're his sons. Right?
That's a slight little spoiler too. You'll see a lot of talk about and stuff about that. The family unit, as it were, the Bat family.
The Bat family. Yeah.
Yeah, it's put on a microscope a lot more this season.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. You'll like it. It's a lot. The story's meaty in Titans.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's a wonderful story.
I can't wait for Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
that's gonna make. I got stuff growing in the basement to enjoy for when that comes.
Yeah, you kind of need it with Doom Patrol. That's a crazy show.
But we saw something else. Oh, Lucifer.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
What?
I'm not watching it.
No.
Why?
We just stopped when it left NBC and went to Netflix. We just kind of stopped.
Netflix is better.
I know, and I've been trying to convince my SO, my significant other, that it's time for us to get caught up.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
But we've been watching that. We haven't finished it. We're going to finish it tonight. It's been pretty good.
They've had a shortened season the last 2 years, haven't they? This year and last year?
Yeah, 2 shorter seasons.
Yeah.
Like almost like bookends.
Yeah.
It's been good so far.
Yeah. I'd kind of like to get back into it, so we'll just have to wait and see.
If you ever do.
Then there's a new actress in it. Mrs. from Deadpool, actually. From Supersonic Teenage Warhead.
Oh, okay. Brianna Hildebrandt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like her. I don't want to spoil that.
No,
actually.
I don't know. I'll tell you who she is because that'll spoil it. But she's in this season.
She's a different character.
Yeah.
She's great though.
Yeah, she's still angsty and bitter.
Well, yeah, I guess she's got that look. Eh? That actress got that look.
Yeah.
I'm an angsty.
She's got hair though in this one.
Oh yeah.
So but yeah. She's got that rebellious teen look to her.
Oh, of course she does.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No.
Typecast. She's typecast as the rebellious teen.
Yeah.
No, I think she's supposed to be a young adult into adulthood, like mid-20s ish. I think she's supposed to be because of the way they discuss.
I know, but she very much carries herself as the rebellious teen.
Boots and piercings and eyeshadow and eyeliner and stuff
color in her hair kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's doing that nowadays.
And other parts will you watch that and you'll get it.
Yeah,
not,
anyway.
And not as dirty as I say as it sounds. There was something else we watched though. I'm pretty sure some stuff's been coming back now. See, American Dad's been back, and we haven't watched.
I haven't watched American Dad in years.
Still funny.
I don't even know where to find it.
We find it because it's down in the States. It's on TBS now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fox is trying to dump it, and TBS is like, we'll take that, and now they have like swears on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because TBS is basic cable down there now.
Yeah.
There's like Spike
And
or Paramount.
And like Simpsons is on what now?
Disney
Well,
Plus.
they're on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Are they even on Fox anymore?
Yeah.
No. Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. Same day. Apparently, it's the same day thing. No, we're watching something.
Lower Decks.
Yes,
Let's get to it. Lower Decks, and
That's what's
at the end of this little segment, we're going to give away a gift bag.
Yep.
From Bay of Islands Radio, and let's see what's in that. I don't know if we're back on the camera yet or
I
not,
know.
so you might have done that for no
benefit of
reason.
The three people at home that watch on
We
Rogers,
got
if we are.
a postcard.
Postcard from Bay of Islands Radio.
We got a magnet. No, stickers.
Oh, stickers.
Stickers.
Bay of Islands Radio
Stickers.
stickers.
We've got a magnet.
Magnet.
No, that's just a card.
That's a
Oh,
business.
just a business card.
And a pen.
A pen from Bay of Islands Radio.
And the best thing.
A nice new coffee
nice
mug.
Shiny blue one. It's a dark blue. It's
Nice
like a navy.
blue coffee mug with Bay of Islands
Or
Radio
tea.
logo on it. So at the end of our little talk here about Lower Decks, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and the first person to call in with the correct answer gets this wonderful little gift bag here from Bay of Islands Radio on 100.1 FM. That's after this segment, so do not bother calling in
No
yet.
calling yet.
I'm not going to give you the question until we're done talking Lower Decks, and let's go right back to last week's episode, Mugado Ganado. What about that episode was like the whole thing was wrong.
Can I watch it?
Yeah, like I never thought in my life that I would say Mugado sex scene in a sentence, but we got it.
Like freaky one.
Freaky, kinky
One
Mugado
likes
sex
to
scene.
watch.
Like, and if you're familiar with Star Trek at all, like the Mugado was this big ape-like creature with horns and
It's
stuff.
like a
It
white
was just-
gorilla with a rhino horn.
with a
next to
rhino
his
horn,
head, yeah.
and this was just crazy. Crazy.
Well, they're being
Harvested.
harvested for
For their horn.
For their horns.
By the Ferengi.
It was kind of like a parody on the like African rhino. type
African
thing.
African rhino hunt, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what it was all about, and we kind of got hinted around that Beckett was a super spy from Section 31 or some junk, which was a rumor she started so people would leave her alone.
Yeah.
Right? So it was pretty. It was pretty funny.
Cat was daughter. His cat and this cat. No.
Yeah. It was a great episode. Like all these episodes, of Lower Decks are
I
just
like how
phenomenal.
they appealed to the Ferengi's baser designs.
Yeah. They
It's like,
used
you
diplomacy.
Make more money.
Yeah.
You just make more money.
Yeah, it was
Actually
like a
make this
game they used to play.
Yeah, it was called diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where you didn't have a winner.
No, you
It
had
was-
two losers.
You had two losers that
Yeah.
came to a compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. So what the whole idea was, if both parties are equally unhappy,
you win.
you
They
win.
do nerdy stuff because the next episode when we talk about it too, there's another nerdy thing, and I squealed when I watched all the little details of it when they were showing it. And I was like, I'll talk about that.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
the next episode was
Yeah.
pretty good too. But the Mugado Gumado,
So
like
they have a
they're-
venom in the horn.
They have a venom in the horn, and nobody pronounces Mugado the same
No.
way. They've called it Mugado, Gamado, Gamedo, Gamodo, Mugido. I mean, it was just crazy the stuff they were calling the
My
Gumado.
family name has 15 different spellings, so I can sympathize.
So you can sympathize with that, yeah. And we kind of got the impression that Shaz and the Doc a little bit on the Randy side for each other. They, she was like, "Yeah, I'll take care of you back in your quarters."
Meow. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my
Indeed.
God, that's nasty." Yeah, cover the poor boy's ears. You don't need to hear any of that.
Just a baby.
There's a lot
Yeah.
more focus on that character too, Doc.
I think, you know what? I think she's the best character
I
of them all.
like
I
her.
really, really do. Even more so than the main characters of Beckett Mariner and the other two.
Is this,
Beckett,
is this the same
Boydman.
episode where, yeah, she had to have a physical?
No, that was this week's.
Was it this
Oh,
week?
was it this
No.
week? Last week?
Yeah,
No, it was last week.
No, that
You're
was
right.
last week.
Yeah,
You're right.
it was a
Yeah.
certain patient. That was her job.
That was her
Track down
job.
patient.
She had to
He
track
tracked
down
the patient.
patients and give them a physical.
Yeah.
And it was just a scan.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Yep. And the doc
and
wouldn't do it.
The doctor wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
and Tandy had to chase her through the
Everywhere.
everywhere
To the
and
Jeffrey
through the Jeffrey tubes and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was a little bit of an inside joke because Kirk always refused to get his physical done,
Yeah.
so I think that was a bit of a running joke there.
Yeah, at least it wasn't
Star Trek.
occasion.
Well, they always say doctors are the worst patients.
Doctors are the worst patients.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she certainly carries on that tradition of the curmudgeonly old doctor.
Yeah, she's a bit more like Bones.
She's a lot more like Bones. A lot more like Bones. She's definitely a McCoy clone in cat form.
Don't we observe her drinking at some point while on duty?
Probably, yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
wouldn't be
sure
surprised.
Pretty sure I've seen a scene where
And she
she's
loves to swear.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Assert yourself.
Assert yourself. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, I mean, Lower Decks. Every week, it just. I mean, I know I gush on and on and on about it,
I love the comedy.
but I love the comedy of it. I love all the tiebacks. I love the fact that it's still Star Trek.
It is, especially the next episode.
The next episode, this most recent one this past week, was just.
So
Holy
Quark
crap,
has
Quark.
probably got the AMT license in the 24th century.
Yes, I'm thinking he does.
Because you see, they do look almost like some. Because I do have a couple of the models,
Yep.
and Paramount's very specific about all the products have to have the certain styling.
Yep.
You know, so like the dolls, the
Yep.
models, and all
Yep.
that. And it looks like he has a certain styling with it because we see them like making models
Making models.
that fully work, including fully working warp cores and phaser arrays.
Right.
A little tiny computer
And
voice.
they're even like they're looking into the window of the
Oh, yeah.
Cerritos and they're like
You hit
you
the
can
little
see
boy
Boimler and they're fighting with each other.
Fighting with each other.
Oh, yeah. But you see stuff in the modelers groups on Facebook too, like people do that stuff. I was like, this is just like one step up. I was just like,
That-
oh my god.
That modelers group that we're in, the work they do is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I just want to do some nice little ones, and I see people just like, oh, I just made all these parts myself, and blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
lighting arrays and Arduinos and
The whole
I'm
works.
not worthy, Mr. Bill Krause. I know you're not
Oh,
listening,
yeah.
but oh god, he's a master.
Wouldn't it be cool if he was though?
Yeah. But speaking of actors,
Maybe he wants a Bay of Islands radio mug.
You never know.
you never
You
know.
never know.
We'll have to
Waiting
bring
for
it
that
up in the group.
question.
Yep.
But Richard Cohen comes in, actor from a lot of different stuff, and he plays that diplomat. And was it if they feel shame,
Shame.
they multiply?
They multiply. Yeah.
and it's Rich, that kind of talks like this. He's
Yeah.
in like what's the one the emotions? He's
What
like
was
the
that
little
called?
elephant
Yeah. What was that
fades
called?
off at the end.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Inside or something like that, or
Yeah.
whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on like a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I love the solution though.
The solution was to piss him off.
Yeah, apparently
And they
merged out.
reintegrate, and the poor doctor is just cursing her head off, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's priceless."
Save a lot more time. He just sedated him
Yeah.
the whole trip. Just
Yeah,
drug him like an elephant and throw him in the hall deck
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, fine.
I thought like the Doppler was hilarious. I thought that was so funny, so funny.
Like they had to escape like to this ship, and he makes the warp core, like ejects the little warp core.
They had
like,
little tiny keys.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
But they had little tiny
Yep.
keys that they had to turn at the same
And
time.
a little
time.
I bet you if you played that back, that would have made Albert's voice because a little tiny computer voice for the countdown or whatever.
It was.
And
Oh,
a
I
little-
loved
a
it.
little tiny boom to open up the
Yeah,
hatch.
I thought it was great. Yeah. So I wonder, like, does that warp core have enough energy to actually
It's supposed to power the model.
put the model into warp speed?
I don't know. It could power
Create a
phasers.
warp bubble.
I don't know because they've never finished it.
They never finished
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, phasers are operational.
Yeah, I like that. The phasers were operating on it, but I like that though. Like he intentionally made himself slow down,
Yeah.
so he could spend time with what the hell was her name?
Tandy.
Tandy.
Yeah.
So he could spend time
Like
with Tandy.
like a computer.
Yeah.
Tandy.
Oh, okay. So that was kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
And his name is Samantha. Samantha Rutherford. I didn't realize that till this episode, where she grabs him by the shoulders and says, "If you can't figure this out," or something, "you're still Samantha Rutherford." And I'm like, "What? His name's Samantha? I knew it was Sam, but I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was short for Samantha." Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Like for a second, I was like, okay, whatever. It's 24th century.
Yeah, I mean, we've already got a Michael Berman,
Yeah.
right? So
But I think that's a joke about that. Maybe.
I think it was too. Yeah, I definitely think that was an inside joke about that. And I like that Mariner and Boimler were trying to sneak into the
Oh,
the fancy
party.
ball.
Yeah.
Fancy one.
That the outrageous Okuna is playing,
Oh
as the DJ for. I was like, oh my god.
That episode. That's season 2, wasn't it? Yeah, that was season 2. Outrageous Okuna.
Something like that, yeah.
And-
Someone
Yeah.
gets the princess pregnant or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like Han Solo in Star Trek. or
That's
something.
exactly what it was. Was Han
And
Solo
then-
and Star Trek.
The bridge officers couldn't get in because they weren't high enough
Couldn't get in yet.
on the rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they sent the diplomat guy
And-
down.
And
That was
that was
hilarious.
funny. Yeah, they send him in.
I was like, man, you got a mean streak on you.
Yeah.
You're just like your daughter.
Yeah, and Captain Freeman was all hoity-toity because she was going to be the only California class captain there. I'm going to be the only California class captain at this ball.
Yeah, because he said there's like a certain class and above you have to be to
Yeah.
even get in there. You have to have a certain class of ship.
And he actually said what it was too.
I can't remember what it was. I tried picking it out. We rewound it a couple times, tried to hear it, and we couldn't pick it out.
I don't know.
He did say what it was, and I can't remember what it was now either. But yeah.
Probably like
But you have to be a particular class.
Nebula class and higher.
Yeah, something like that. And they mentioned like the Voyager D.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm like, oh, so there's a Voyager. Well, we know that the Voyager in Discovery is like Voyager J or something like that,
Yeah.
the one that we see on screen briefly. So, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I really like that.
That means I went through an A, a B, and a C.
Yep.
Besides from Voyager itself.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yikes.
that was, and the bar that they end up partying in
Yeah.
was like a love letter to the original series. We even had Kirk, like talk about shipping characters, Kirk plus Spock carved into the bar.
Oh my god.
And then you had the Doomsday Machine model
Yeah.
hanging from the ceiling, and the Phoenix sitting there on the bar. I was like, "Oh my god, there's so much going on
There's
here."
a lot of attention to detail.
There
which
is.
I like.
There is.
But in a good way. Not so much in your face, but there's like.
Those little things in the background,
Yeah.
right? Right, like even like the paintings on the wall or the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, you look back at them and they had pictures of old cast characters. They had references to other captains from TNG and stuff like that at the wall. So,
Speaking of, we watched a trailer.
okay, hang on. Before we move on to the trailer,
That's
because
right.
I know which one you want to talk about. So, we were just talking about Lower Decks, the most recent episode of
we
Lower
gotta save
Decks.
some time to talk about the trailer.
Yeah, well, we still got 10 minutes.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
the first person that calls us with the correct class vessel that I just mentioned, the correct class vessel that the crew of the Cerritos belongs to. So, the ship is called the USS Cerritos. What class of ship is that? I mentioned it 3 times.
Did you?
I did. I mentioned
don't
it 3
remember
times.
it.
See, you weren't even paying attention.
I
They're all
wasn't.
supposed to be third-rate cities, isn't it? All the ships in the class are. All the names?
I'm not sure.
I
yeah.
think they're supposed to be like the Newark, New Jersey, or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, because like somewhere like mountains or something like rivers. And
Yeah. So anyway, once again, first caller with the correct answer
Yeah.
of the class
We
of the
said it.
Cerritos.
We said it just a few minutes ago.
We said it just a few minutes ago. So if you were listening and paying attention, and you should all be paying attention, class, give us a call at 632
Oh yeah, I know it now.
632.
5.
5555.
There we go. Give us a call. First caller with the correct answer. So let's move on.
Before 8:30.
Before 8:30, yeah, because we've only got 10
8:30.
minutes left. So let's move on to the trailer of...
Picard,
Wow.
season 2.
Wow.
So they have to go back in time apparently because history has been changed.
History's been changed.
By Q.
By Q. And he even says, what I loved about this was he even says, the test never ended.
No.
So from the very first episode of TNG Encounter at Farpoint, when we think that Picard and the crew of the D have outwitted Q,
Yeah.
they actually didn't.
Nope.
The test has never ended.
I mean, even was it All Good Things?
And on All Good Things was another one.
Never ended.
Never ended. And what does Q do? He alters time.
Yeah, so Starfleet's like something totally different.
Totally. Like, it almost looks like the mirror universe.
So how did Picard and them escape it, I wonder?
I don't know.
By the looks of it, what it looks like to me is that in this universe, they conquered the Borg. And the Queen
Yeah.
is being used to experiment upon it. And the Queen, you see that they've traveled through time before we've seen it in First Contact.
Yeah.
The Borg have full-on time travel technology. They
Yep.
can just punch a hole through and just go in a sphere.
Yep.
I'm theorizing that the Queen herself is what opens portals.
I think so. I think.
And so they use the Queen, she's like, and the connection he has with Borg, because it's him, it's not whatever, and he's been copied 1-to-1.
Yep.
So he still has all of his physical little bits of the Borg left in him. So he feels for her, because she's probably being tortured, and they're using her for, like,
different things, a grab tech or whatever, and so, you know, they probably do this whole scene, and she opens a thing, and they leave a bomb, and it blows everything up, and so they're back in, like, what looks like the early 21st century.
Early 21st century. I think it's actually 2021. To believe
Yeah.
it or not. It'd be interesting to see.
Maybe we'll see Sarah Silverman pop out from Voyager, because she was...
They had already traveled back in time to that era. Yeah, you're absolutely
they're
right.
not very far out from that time.
No, they're not.
So...
But yeah, I mean, we even see Picard in what looks to be
a tuxedo.
Well, not a tuxedo, but he looks like he's wearing a Wrath of Khan era uniform that's completely black.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
The symbol's a bit different.
The symbol's a little bit
There's
different.
A
The
notch
stars,
in the middle and the top too.
Yeah, but it's like it's the same style of uniform that's
what's
completely
her name?
black.
The doctor, young lady, the blonde Alison Pill's character. She's got one too, as like a medical or whatever, but she has that chevron. Yeah. So yeah, there's. And you see on the walls like that kind of claw symbol or whatever from in Encounter Firepoint, when you see like that certain time period of like tyrannical whatever. It apparently didn't end or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So there's elements from all that we're seeing pop up. Yeah. Yeah, it's a totally different organization.
Totally different.
That's what I mean. I'd say they probably kicked the Borg's tail and got her now is just for opening little portals. Yep. I think that's her ability.
Or Q changed the past.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's what I mean though. I think Q can't change the past, but one of the things about this version of Starfleet is they kick.
Oh yeah, yeah,
right? And she's like just like one of the countless experiments.
Yeah. I think you're right. That they got her pretty much, quote unquote, on ice somewhere.
I think this Starfleet is very much manifest destiny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's much more. If it's not the mirror universe, it's much closer to what the mirror universe is than what we are, or what our prime universe is.
We see that what's her name in Drive.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was kind of, well, I mean, they still have motorized vehicles in the 24th century as well. So, but yeah, I mean, she's tough as nails anyway.
We got a good. Somebody already made a joke. It's like the other one with the whales. They're going to call it this season.
The other one.
Star
with the
Trek
whales?
4 is the one with the whales.
Yeah.
Star Trek Picard season 2 is the other one with whales. They made the joke. It's like
okay.
So they get. It looks like they're getting the opportunity to do like another Star Trek 4 kind of series. It's cheaper. Yeah. They're not doing all big.
Well, they don't need to do big sets or anything. Yeah.
They're just filming modern day California.
Film on location.
Film on location.
Yeah.
Did I just see that thing blink over there? No,
you didn't.
Damn.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the answer to my little question.
I wonder if Ravi is going to check out, get all nostalgic. Ooh, I can try out the drugs of today.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh my. We do see Data's granddaughter or whatever for a minute. What's her name?
The android.
The android
girl.
Yep.
Girl.
So she's still around.
Yep.
And our space Legolas is a lot more wavy haired.
Yeah, he's cut his hair.
Legolas.
Yep.
He is though.
So I in this altered reality that we're going to be seeing, do you think maybe that because in the mirror universe, humans killed the first Vulcans that came to Earth.
One.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like that's what prompted Starfleet and the Federation. Blah blah blah. Do we think that Vulcans never even came to Earth? Maybe.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if something else happened.
Yeah.
Certain other time travels have happened. So.
Timey-wimey, man. It gives me a headache.
Because he was already doing warp technology.
Was that from Cochrane?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they didn't really need the Vulcans.
No.
Especially with all that military gear and that and stuff they could convert, and so
So I mean, like that. I guess that's my question. Like, if the Vulcans never showed up, maybe this is the path that humanity would have taken.
Humanity had a different,
yeah.
Well, humanity would have been a lot more aggressive, I think. Yeah. Once they got into the universe and found the different races and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There's oil in space.
Yeah, there's oil in space. Yeah.
No, I just think that the Vulcans probably led them on a. Well, first of all, they curbed their advancement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? They've said that in previous Star Trek before.
Star Trek and Enterprise, yep.
They've curbed them because it's like, okay, like you guys are still like infants.
You're still little kids. You're still children.
Right?
Yeah.
So we gotta pad the playpen, as it were, for you.
Put the child locks on the car and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. You don't know what's out there, and it's true. We don't know what's out there.
Yep.
But if the Vulcans never came to Earth, or they killed the first Vulcans, or whatever they did, then we'd be out in the middle of all this big bad stuff.
And we'd turn to our base nature, which is
kill all,
aggression. Yeah.
Kill it all.
Kill it all. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be an interesting.
Humans
series.
unfortunately have the mentality of shoot first, ask questions later.
Yes. Yeah, and I mean, I know we make fun of other societies for being that way, but realistically, let's be honest, we're all afraid.
Well, back in
that's
the
it.
day, there was a book that I used to read, and it had a very good thing about it, and it said, individuals are smart, people are stupid.
People are stupid. Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
As a whole human race,
Yeah.
we're dumb people.
We are, yeah.
We
We
do
really
dumb
are.
things.
We really are. Yeah.
Individuals itself,
Yeah.
you get very smart individuals, you have nice people, but as a whole,
Yeah.
we're all dumb.
Yeah. Groupthink.
Yeah.
Groupthink, yeah. Once groupthink takes over, you kind of got this thing that I can't go against the flow, and
I know.
you do stuff that you
I mean,
normally
look-
wouldn't do.
I mean, right now there's lots of dumb stuff going on.
Lots of dumb stuff going on.
Lots of dumb stuff going on.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
nobody's
so
called in.
Nobody's called in with the correct answer to what is the class vessel that the USS Cerrito is.
It's California.
Don't tell them.
Call in, get a mug. Call in, get a mug. I didn't say nothing.
Archer is back on.
I miss Archer so much,
That dialogue alone.
but I'm so far behind that I can't get caught up again.
Cyril. I recycle.
Yeah.
$3 ties from Goodwill don't count, Cyril.
Like, I missed the entire coma era of Archer.
You can
You don't have to worry
skip
about
the
it.
coma stuff.
Can
You just have to
You
know
can
that he was in a
skip the-
coma.
He was in
Yeah.
a coma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can totally skip that. That's just funsies. That's DLC.
Okay.
Yeah. He wakes up from the coma this season, and the last season, sorry, and then they do the thing, and then this season, like the second season of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
just do these last two. And
Maybe
the last
that's
season
what I'll
wasn't
do.
very long. Jamie Lee
Okay.
Curtis is in the last season.
Really?
She was one of the big
okay.
bads. Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis was a big bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
She doesn't start as a big bad, sorry, so I spoiled that a little bit for you.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
okay.
it's fun because it's all like voice actors and stuff like that. Didn't know the one who plays Lana dates the Mrs. from Arrow.
Really?
Yeah. Felicity Snow.
Oh, okay.
That actress. They've been on item for like years
Oh,
now.
wow. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But all the cast is there. Well, I think they finished the season before Jennifer Walters passed away because she passed away like a month ago.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was like springtime when she passed away.
I think it was into the summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, I think they had the season pretty much wrapped in. It's
Yeah.
only voice work they're doing.
That's all.
3 minutes to win a mug
And a pen.
and a pen
And a postcard.
and a postcard
And a business
and
card.
some stickers.
Which is, and some stickers. Business card, I'm not sure about 100%, but all right. I'll throw it in there. What the hell? I bet you if this was a T-shirt or a hoodie, people would be ringing off the
No,
hook.
man, it would have been our
Last time we gave away a mug, everybody wanted one.
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Just
May-
call in. Come on, guys.
Maybe we're not actually.
62
Maybe nobody's listening.
5555. No one cares about
No
us.
one
Jeff.
cares.
Just wasting
Somebody
our breath
listens to the
again this
podcast and calls in.
What?
Somebody
No,
listens to the non-live
This is
Yeah.
this is the live version
Yeah.
on Sunday, September 12th. So if you listen to this afterwards, sorry.
Yeah, like if you catch
You
us on
can't
the
call in.
podcast on Podbean, no, you're not going to be able
You
to.
can't
win a
call in.
mug.
There'll be no one here.
There'll be nobody here.
Sorry.
Now you could reach out to us and maybe we can talk.
Maybe message us.
I'll go making any kind of promises like that.
Maybe. Call us next week.
Call us next week.
We'll see about spot.
Yeah, we'll see what.
Except for me,
see
I
what's
won't
up.
be
all,
here.
all we know is we have mugs that we have to give away.
Except for me,
Yes,
I
we
won't
do.
Yeah.
We got swag, folks.
Swag.
I won't be here next week.
What?
I got work.
Oh, you
She
got
got
the
adult
work
stuff.
thing.
Always off
I got
Sundays.
adulting.
That sucks.
I do adult things.
That's the suck. You do adult things.
Yeah.
And where can we find that? www. I mean, what?
I'm adulting. Paid bills.
Do you have an OnlyFriends.com?
No.
Yeah.
No, otherwise I'd be here.
I put that up online one time that I have an OnlyFriends.com, and somebody was like, "What's your subscription rate?" No, it's not OnlyFans. It's only friends.
Oh God.
Oh, you. Anyway.
And then Jeff makes some extra money, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I wouldn't have to work a 9 to 5 job, as it were, if that's the
I'd
case.
still have to pay
Gee.
people to watch.
If I could make $50 a photo of a picture of my feet, I'd never work again.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, my feet are ugly, so I would do
No,
that.
you never know.
That's true.
Never know.
Yeah, people
You
are into
never
some-
know.
People are. I mean, I'm into weird stuff, but
You
people
get
are into
on one
weird
of those
stuff.
Welcome to the
too.
internet.
You
Welcome
get over
to the
those
internet.
services. Quentin Tarantino wants 1,500 different angles. What?
Yeah, how many angles of your feet can you get?
Lots, apparently.
Lots.
Apparently, that track Tarantino thing's still a go.
Still a go.
It's
Still
like
go.
how many angles of your feet can you get? Enough to buy a house.
'Cause
Enough
Really?
to buy a house.
Rod Roddenberry does not approve of his vision.
No, that doesn't surprise
Oh,
me.
Rod, whatever. You weren't
Yeah.
really into Star Trek growing up, kid.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas this guy is.
yeah.
And he's actually been a script doctor. But yeah, 1 minute.
Not even 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
All right,
better ring
nobody's
that
going to
phone.
give us a call, so
Oh, well.
we're just going to do our closing thing here now because we only got 10 seconds left. So
Pass this off to the next show.
two of us will be back next week. Same geek time, same geek channel. Say good night, geeks, very slowly.
Good night.